Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into one of the biggest questions on everyone's mind. Are we actually getting those $5,000 stimulus checks? This has been circulating online for quite some time now, and with millions of Americans struggling to keep up with the rising cost of living, many are hoping for some real financial relief soon. In this video, I'll give you a full update on the $5,000 Doge dividend checks, what's happening with the $500 inflation rebate checks for over 8.6 million people, and the state-level stimulus payments that are starting to roll out right now, yes, even in 2025. Before we get started, please take a second to hit the like button if you find these updates helpful, and consider subscribing if you want to stay in the loop with all the latest stimulus, Social Security, and tax credit news. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the highly anticipated $5,000 Doge dividend checks that were rumored to come from the Trump administration if certain savings were achieved via Dogecoin-backed systems. Now here's the current situation. According to estimates from May 3, Doge-related cost-saving strategies were projected to save the federal government about $165 billion. Sounds great, right? But here's the problem, those savings came at a steep price. Reports say it cost nearly $135 billion to implement those systems. That leaves us with a net savings of only around $30 billion. So, when you consider the number of Americans, over 80 million households, even if we divided all $30 billion equally, we're talking about a check closer to $375 per household, not $5,000. That's a massive shortfall, and unfortunately, this is one of the key reasons a nationwide $5,000 stimulus check is highly unlikely at this time. But there's more to this story. President Trump has been vocal about a dual tax strategy, and it's causing quite a bit of confusion, even within his own party. On one hand, Trump has supported increasing the tax rate for ultra-wealthy Americans, those earning over $2.5 million individually or $5 million for joint filers, to a rate of 39.6%. At the same time, the Trump administration is also proposing the elimination of federal income taxes for those earning between $150,000 and $200,000 per year. This is a bold move, and it would definitely put more money back into middle-class pockets. However, there's a major conflict. How do you balance increasing taxes on the rich while eliminating them for the middle class, especially when Republicans traditionally advocate for across-the-board tax cuts? This has led to internal disagreements. Trump supports taxing the ultra-rich, but he's publicly stated that the GOP should probably avoid doing it, likely due to political risk going into the 2026 midterms. Raising taxes, even on the wealthy, could hurt Republican momentum. So what does this all mean for that $5,000 check? The truth is, it's not happening, at least not anytime soon. Now let's talk about something that is happening, and happening right now, $500 inflation rebate checks. Over 8.6 million people are eligible for these rebates, with New York leading the way. Here's what's going on. Due to unexpectedly high tax revenue surpluses in some states, including New York, Colorado, and California, governors are using that money to offer financial relief to residents. New York's 2025 state budget includes inflation rebate checks aimed at helping residents hit hardest by the ongoing high cost of living. Here's the breakdown. Single filers earning up to $75,000 will receive $200. Single filers earning $75,001 to $150,000 will get $150. Joint filers earning up to $150,000 will receive $400. Joint filers earning $150,001 to $300,000 will get $300. But that's not all. If you have children, there's additional money coming your way. $1,000 per child under age 4. $500 per child aged 4 to 16. So yes, when you add up these rebates and credits, families with multiple children can absolutely receive $500 or more. This is where that $500 inflation rebate number is coming from. So why not just cut a $5,000 check and call it a day? Well, according to economists advising both the Trump and Biden administrations, the reason is simple: a $5,000 stimulus check is highly inflationary. A large, one-time check would likely lead to a surge in consumer spending, on cars, furniture, electronics, and more. This could trigger another wave of inflation, something both administrations are trying to avoid at all costs. Instead, the trend is shifting toward targeted relief, small but meaningful rebates, tax credits, and cost-of-living adjustments. These are designed to give people support without igniting inflation. For example, child tax credits, property tax rebates, utility bill relief. These measures may not seem flashy, but they add up over time, and they're less likely to disrupt the economy. Here's what we're hearing from inside the White House and Trump campaign insiders. There is no major federal $5,000 check coming. However, cost-cutting and tax strategies are being developed to give relief without direct payments. Some key proposals include extending the Trump Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, eliminating federal income taxes for certain income groups, eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits, ending taxes on overtime pay and tipped income. These initiatives aim to boost take-home income without sending direct stimulus checks that might overheat the economy. So, to wrap this up, the $5,000 Doge dividend checks? Not happening right now due to limited savings and high implementation costs. The Trump administration? Shifting focus toward targeted tax relief and cost reduction strategies. The $500 checks? Yes, they are real, but mainly for families and depending on where you live. More state-level aid is expected in 2025 as budgets with surpluses look for ways to support struggling families without triggering inflation. If you're waiting for $5,000 in one check, it's unlikely. But if you add up the smaller rebates, tax credits, and support programs, you could be seeing $1,000 to $2,500 or more over time, especially if you have kids, pay property taxes, or qualify for other state programs. If you found this update helpful, please take 2 seconds to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I break down complex financial updates into simple, easy-to-understand videos so you can stay informed without the stress. Let me know in the comments what state you're in and whether you've received any recent payments or heard about rebates in your area. I'll continue covering this as more information comes in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.